Good afternoon. If you're here, you are probably working on a writing project and maybe you're stuck. And if that's happening to you, I am so sorry. I am so sorry that the words are being stubborn today. As a writer and an editor with many years of experience, I know that feeling. I know how frustrating it can feel when you're trying to finish something. Maybe you're working on deadline, or maybe you woke up and you had a burst of creativity this morning and now you're just stuck. Well, I'm glad that you found me today. We're going to take about 20 or 30 minutes and we are just going to work together to get that creativity flowing again. I'm going to take you through a short workshop where we're going to use music, we're going to use art, and then we're going to have some fun playing with words. The great thing about this workshop is there's no way to get it wrong. So come along, let's play together and let's have some fun and break that writer's block into a million little pieces. Hi, I'm Rachel. I am a retired editor-in-chief. I have written books, magazine articles. I've helped many writers and editors push past that writer's block, get their work completed on time, and today I'm here to help you. Today we're going to start with some music. So I encourage you to pick up whatever sort of musical instrument you may have laying around your house. And when I say musical instrument, it could be something like these maracas, or it could be something that you just have around the house. Maybe you just have a couple of markers or pens that you can just click clack together. Basically what we want to do right now for about the next minute or so is we just want to get some rhythm going. We just want to take a moment, take a breath, wherever that writer's block, wherever you're feeling it in your body. Now we're just going to take a deep breath. We're just going to let it go. We're just going to change things up. We're just going to shake things up a bit. We're going to have a transition. We're going to move from feeling blocked to just having some fun. So I hope you'll just join me in picking up whatever you have. You can even just clap your hands or snap your fingers, whatever you would like to do. Sometimes I like to go across my body because it really helps me align both parts of your body and mind. But it's all your choice. Do whatever feels good to you. And I encourage you to do this for as long as it feels good to you. You can always stop the video. You can always fast forward. Do whatever feels right to you. We're going to stop now for a moment and we're going to transition into the art section. And the reason that we start with music and then we go to art is because art is what I like to call a writing adjacent activity. Now, when we're doing art, we are not looking to write or to create or draw the perfect picture or masterpiece. What we're doing is we're really getting our hands warmed up. We're reconnecting our hands to our mind. We're reestablishing that hand to mind connection. This is especially helpful if you've been spending time on your phone and scrolling, especially if you've been scrolling quickly. You see, when we're on our phones and we're scrolling, what we're doing is we are quickly and passively absorbing a lot of digital content. When we switch to an activity like writing, whether that's creative writing or writing nonfiction, our brain is doing a totally different type of activity. So art is a good transition from scrolling and passively consuming to creating, which is a different active cognitive process. So for today's art, I would like you to just grab a plain white piece of paper. It can be a piece of paper like this, or if you have a blank piece of paper, maybe just an old piece of mail or something like that. It can be a recycled piece of paper. You could use a journal. Whatever works for you is great. Then today I'm just going to be using some markers. These are just colored markers. You could also choose to be using crayons or chalk. Sometimes I like to pick up watercolor markers. Sometimes I like to pick up watercolor pencils. Whatever you would like to choose. I like colors just because I feel like it makes it more fun. And for today's art project, we are simply going to be taking the markers and we're going to choose a letter, and you can choose whatever letter that you would like. It can be the first letter of your name or whatever your favorite letter may be. So I'm just going to start with the letter R for Rachel. And I'm just going to start here in the center of my paper. And I'm just going to draw it in really, really big. So I've drawn a really big letter R. And now I'm just going to kind of trace around it. And then I'm going to trace around it again, and again, and again. And then I'm going to pick up different colors, and I'm just going to keep tracing. So the goal here is to just keep picking up different colors. Just keep tracing. Try different colors. And you can just keep tracing and tracing and tracing until you fill the paper. If as you're tracing, you feel inspired to add some different circles or some loops or some lines, or maybe one of your lines starts to look like something, maybe it starts to look like a flower or a bird or a tree, then I totally encourage you to take a moment and embellish that line. This is a very low effort, low pressure activity just to get your hand and your mind connected. The great thing about activities like this one, there's no way you can get it wrong. There's no right way to do it except for doing it. And that's just what we're doing. Whatever I'm doing can look completely different from whatever you're doing. You can do it with straight lines. You can do it with curved lines. You can use whatever colors appeal to you. You can write your whole name. You could write one letter. Another thing I enjoy about this activity as an auditory person is I like the sound that the marker makes on the paper. So I have all different parts of my senses involved. I can hear the sound that the marker makes on the paper. I can feel the feeling of the pen on the paper, and then I can also see the visual of the colors that I'm making on the paper at the same time while I'm getting my brain ready for that feeling of the pen in my hand when we move into our writing activity, which is not actually going to be a writing activity. It's just going to be a fun with words activity. Again, with this activity, I encourage you to spend as little or as long as you would like. You can stop the video whenever you would like. You can put it on pause, and you can also fast forward. So here's where I'm going to stop my beautiful work of art today. This is going to look backwards to you because of how I have the camera set up, but here's my beautiful backwards art. And feel free to do as much or little as you would like, as I said. Now we're going to move into our wordplay activity for the day. And today we're going to take our paper. Again, use whatever kind of paper you would like. And I'm going to divide this into 2 sections today. We're going to do a 2-column paper today. So I'm just taking it and I'm just folding it in half. And now you see I have 2 columns. You can do the same as you wish. If you'd prefer to work on a 4-grid system, you can just fold it over again. Now I'm going to get out dice. So I have 2 dice right here. And then I'm also going to grab the latest novel that I just finished. The latest novel I just finished with my daughter for book club is the book Yesteryear. And we're going to be doing the dice novel game for today. So in the dice novel game, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a dice that will be for the first number of the page number. Then I'll roll again to get the rest of the page number. Then I'm going to roll for the paragraph number. And then I'm going to roll for the word number in the paragraph. So here we go. We are going to start on page number 2. That will mean in the 200s. It's going to be page number 211. So I'm just going to jot that down so I don't forget. 211 is going to be our page. Our paragraph is going to be paragraph number 9. Our sentence number is going to be sentence number 6. And our word number is going to be word number 10. So let me take a look and see what word we are going to come up with. Now from this word, we're going to play around with this word and see what we can come up with, but let's figure out what our word is first. So I'm going to be going to page 211. And 211 is right here. Page 211, paragraph 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Paragraph 9, sentence 6. I don't really have a sentence 6. So I'm just going to go to word number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The word is a word of, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to go to the next sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The word is kitchen. Let me check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The word is actually sink. So our first word is going to be sink. So for the first part of our brainstorming, I am going to set a timer. I would set a timer, except I do not have my timer with me. So if I had a timer, I would set a timer, and the first thing we would do is we would see how many words we can think of that rhyme with sink. So let's just go ahead and do that first. First, we'll do a rhyming activity. So does everybody have your paper and your pen? Well, let's see what we can rhyme with sink. So we have sink, sink, bink, clink, dink, think, and kink, hink, hi, link, link, mink, pink, rink, 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 sink, tink, tink, TRS, quink, QR, wink, zinc. You can also think of words like above, just, one letter words, like we had clink. We can also have think, zinc, link, clink, brink. I already said some of these. This is what happens when you get to the end of your timer. So I'm going to stop here with these words. Okay, so now we have our first 10 words and whatever words you have on your list. So now I'm going to roll the dice. And whatever number of dice I come up with, I'm going to write a sentence with these words that has that many words in it. So let's see what we get here. And we have 5. So I'm going to challenge myself and you, if you wish to participate, to write a sentence that has 5 of these words in it. So if you're ready, let's get started. I think the pink mink might want a drink. There's a D word. I think the pink mink might want a drink. Oh, from the sink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think the pink mink might want a drink from the sink. So there you have the first one. Now let's go find another word. This time we'll go ahead and just do the same thing again. So this time we will just do a page before the hundreds. So our page number is going to be, 11. Snake eyes, 11. Oh, page number. And let's just say we're going to jump into page number 11. Page number 11, paragraph number 6, sentence number 5, and word number 2. Let's see what we got going on here. We have page number 11, paragraph number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. 11, 6, sentence. Okay, well, it's just a short paragraph, so I'm just going to go to word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The word is over, so I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go to the first noun, is shoulder. So our word this time is shoulder. Okay, so for the first section, we did rhyming words. So for the second section, we're going to do words that we associate with the word shoulder. Now, we could take this in a couple of different directions. We could say, well, we could do body parts, like you have your shoulder. But we could also do words like perhaps when you're driving on the highway, you see something off the shoulder of the road. So since we don't have a timer, let's see if we can come up with 10. No, actually, let me roll. Let's roll. Let's see if we can come up with 6. Let's see if we can come up with 6. So if you're ready, grab your pen and see if we can come up with 6 words associated with shoulder. Okay, I have my 6. You can always pause this for a moment if you want a little bit more time to work on yours. So I'll just go over mine. So I went for the low-hanging fruit first, and I did the 6 body parts, which were head, knee, elbow, foot, hand, and toe. And then I thought for fun I would also do shoulder, as in the shoulder of a road or a highway. And it's kind of funny with creativity. I started off with some of the low-hanging fruit, such as highway, police, highway car. And then I thought, oh, well, what if you got pulled over for speeding? So then you might have police officer, ticket, speeding. And then my next one I thought was kind of funny, and it was sandwich. And you might think, well, why sandwich? It's like, well, what if you're driving and you got really hungry, but you didn't want to be eating and driving? So maybe you pull off the shoulder and eat a sandwich, and that could be an interesting part of a story. So if we were here in a class together, it'd be really fun because we could be sharing some of these ideas, kind of bouncing them off each other, and then maybe doing a scramble where we would put each other's ideas into a basket and then creating a story from them. So I would like to encourage you to number your ideas, however many you have, and number them. Don't number them like in order. Number them in any order. So I'm going to number police officer 1, elbow number 2. So just number them by however many that you have. So once you have them numbered, now I'm going to roll the dice again, and I can go up to 12. And I'm going to roll 3 times, so you're going to get 3 words. And the 3 words that I give you, or you're going to pick 3 of the words from your list. And if you don't have 3 words, you're going to get to choose 2 of your own wildcard words. We're going to write your words down on the second column. And then you're going to pick 2 of the words from your first column, and you're going to write a story. Okay, so here we go. Your first word is going to be from your second column. My first one is 9, so my number 9 word is toe. Toe, T-O-E. My next one is 7. My next one is 7 is knee. My third one is, oh, you know what? For my third one, I'm just going to do a single digit. Let's see, 5, highway. Now I'm going to go back up to my original list here, and I'm going to give these numbers. and I'm going to roll a single, and then I'll roll a double, and I have 5. So here I have think, and I'm going to roll a double on this list. Oops. And I have 10, and I have wink. So now in my second column, I have added my words. I had the words toe, knee, highway, think, and wink. And I'm going to set my timer, and I'm actually going to use my hourglass. I'm going to set this, it's 4.5 minutes, and we are going to see what sentence, doesn't have to be a full story, just see if you can write one sentence. If you can write more than that, that's great. If you can write one sentence, that's great. If you just want to write the words over and over again, that's great. If you just want to do some word association, that's good too. We're just going to take 4.5 minutes and just play around with your 5 words that you've improv from our game today. So I'm going to flip this and we're going to all get started. I am going to be talking through what I'm doing just so you can follow along. If you'd rather write in silence, feel free to just put me on mute. And here we go. Are we ready? Flipping the hourglass and putting it here, hopefully in a place where you can see it. And here we go. Okay, and time is up, everyone. Go ahead and put your pens down, but if you're in a good flow, I would encourage you to keep writing. I'm going to go ahead and share what I wrote just because it's kind of funny, and that's what we want this to be. Remember, this is not serious. This is just playing with words. This is just us having fun so we can just let go, relax, and have a good time with words. So my silly story starts like this. Wow, I really like your pedicure, said my friend Jen. How did you decide to get half purple, half pink? Well, I said, it happened like this. I was driving down the highway and I was thinking what color I wanted to pick. Suddenly, a mosquito bit me and I yelped and I let go of the steering wheel. And I thought I was going to almost get into a wreck, but I veered off the highway just in time. An officer pulled up right next to me and I thought, oh no, am I going to get a ticket? He pulled up and he gave me a wink and he asked if everything was okay. I told him that a sudden pain in my knee forced me to the side of the road. I mean, it wasn't a really big lie anyway. He said, okay, I'm just glad you're all right. And then he asked me if I needed anything else before he wrapped things up. And I looked at him, I said, pink or purple? He gave me a very strange look. And then he answered, why not both? And that's the answer to how I chose my pedicure. And that is my silly story for the day. I hope you had a great time writing with me today. I hope this workshop showed you that it can be very easy and low pressure to get back into a good, relaxed place with words. I hope that our creative exercises and good flow follows you throughout your day. I encourage you to leave space for creative ideas. I personally found that sometimes they come to me when I least expect it. Maybe it's when I'm washing my hair or putting the books away in the living room. Whatever happens for you, I hope you'll just remain open to the idea of making the blank page beautiful.